able to at least define them. And I did make a point that we need to make sure the font in the things that we sign are big enough so that we see those things that we usually don't see. Most of the time we only look at what's on top. We look at the money go down, then we sign, and then we go. Later, when it's time to claim, we start asking so many questions. And so these were some of the things that we discussed last week, and it was very, very important. This week we'll be continuing with the insurance discussion, but this time we are going to be doing more of the claims after paying all the premium over a number of years and all that. When it's time to claim, or when there's an issue and it's time to claim, what are we supposed to do? That's the discussion we'll be having. Last week also, we did promise you that we'll be coming your way with something we call the $1 million question. And so before I start, I'll put across the $1 million question so that all of you can start sending me what you think or what your answers would be. Feel free and join us on all our social media platforms at ETV Ghana. That's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of them at ETV Ghana. And then join the conversation as well on WhatsApp, which is 020-2222-054. I'm going to go on my very first break. When we are back, I introduce my guest and then we start straight into the discussion. Please stay with us. If you're just joining us, know that it's already 9 o'clock, and being a Thursday, we're definitely going to come your way with the men's lounge. So if you're joining us, we are in the lounge already. Like I said earlier, the month is supposed to be for insurance. So we'll be talking insurance. Last week we spoke about insurance. It was more about general and then the life. This time we're going to talk about the claims, how to claim. And so that's just a reminder for you to know that at GMABC, across all the platforms, we'll be doing insurance. We'll keep educating you on what insurance is about. Now today I have two gentlemen, very, very handsome gentlemen. If they were not married, I would have tried to, but it's okay. Yeah. So they're both coming from Loyalty Insurance, one of the insurance companies that also, gives you all the packages that you'd always want to get, especially when you start thinking about insurance. And so the first person I have is Christopher Ochi. Christopher is the branch manager in Tema. Okay, so when you get to Loyalty Insurance in Tema, Christopher is likely to meet you and then give you all that you need. I also have Samuel Arthur. Samuel is a branch manager also in Dansoman. And so, gentlemen, Akwaba, Chris, look nice.
Oh,
Sammy, this greeting that we have now. So can't we do
our normal
high five, and then we are going. Anyways, guys, so like I said earlier, we are still going to continue the insurance, but this time around we are discussing insurance claims. The claims after paying the premium over so many months, it's time for you to collect, and that is where I'm sure your interest is also there as well. So, guys, maybe we should start or try to define what the insurance claim is. What is the insurance claim? What is it?
Okay, it simply means a formal request by a policyholder or an insured to an insurance company requesting that whatever peril or whatever event that he has insured or is covered for should be paid to him or her.
Being a formal request doesn't mean that when
definitely
I have to, so if nobody has made a letter or like a formal request to the company, you can't give me insurance.
Insurance,
even when somebody tells you that, oh, my head is paining me and I need it.
Insurance is a contract, right?
Okay.
So everything should be formal and documented. So should in case even some of the claims will lead to the court. So if there's no formal or written evidence that this incident has happened and that I'm requesting for this, then what do you present to the court? I might even deny that you didn't even contact me for anything.
Yeah.
But okay. The reason why it's formal is that you need to fill a form to make it formal in order to tell the insurance company that this has occurred. So you are putting in a claim for them to compensate you for what has occurred. Okay.
So then would that just mean that the process, I mean, if I want to make a claim, the process is just by writing to the insurers, or there is some particular process that has to be followed?
If you are involved in an accident, let's say you have a claim, initially you have to inform your insurers. So now there are so many ways to inform your insurers, maybe through writing, a phone call, through WhatsApp message, to get your insurers aware that they are involved in the claim or the event that has been insured has occurred. Then you proceed to fill a claims form, get some necessary documentation to support your claim so that your claim can be paid. Let's say in case of a motor accident, you need a repair estimate. Even in the event where the damage is extensive, you still need a repair estimate. Or a surveyor's report to determine that it's let's say what?
A write-off.
Exactly. There need to be pictures of the evidence because I was not there. When I say I mean the insurance company was not there.
You and I were not
You
there.
and I were not there, basically.
Yeah.
So I need pictures, evidence.
Okay.
And we need to know if it's a motor accident. We need to know that you are a licensed driver.
Okay.
It means you are licensed to drive. So we need a copy of your license.
But that brings me to this particular question that when someone is coming for the insurance,
Yes.
do you ask if the person, for example, if I call and say I want to insure my vehicle,
Yes.
do you ask if I have an insurance before you give me the policy?
You know, one of the principles in insurance talks about, we call it utmost good faith. By filling the form or giving us information pertaining to whichever risk you want us to cover you for,
Yeah.
we believe that whatever you are telling us is true and reflects actually whatever property, whatever risk it is.
Okay.
So by you signing the proposal form, that's the form giving us the details of the risk we are covering.
It is assumed.
It's assumed that you've given us the true information that we need to cover you for.
Okay. Okay.
And,
Because
and even there's a portion that says that if the driver, like for commercial drivers per se, the driver is supposed to be more than 25 years. So we know if you're more than 25 years and you're a commercial driver, you should have a license.
okay.
And other information that are needed so that when you complete the form, we know that you are giving us, you are fulfilling an utmost good faith for us.
I see. So then let me find out this. You know, when you make a claim, okay, for example, somebody has a policy supposed to possibly last for about 10 years, per se.
Okay.
And then along the line, I decide, or let's say I'm the one, and I decide to make a claim at some point. Does it impact the policy and the premium in any way? That because I've come to make a claim, or if there's been any claim, does it have an impact on the policy and the premium in any way?
Okay. If you make a claim, I think what happens is it affects both your sum insured, that's in plain language, say value of whichever property you are insuring for, and also affects the premium that you are paying on the sum insured. So what happens is when we pay you a claim, let's say your property, the sum insured is, let's say, 70,000. You make a claim of 10,000. That means the value of that property has been reduced by what? 10,000.
10,000. And so what? I'm left with 60,000 more to
Definitely.
go. So then that means it reduces the premium that I'll be paying?
No. So the policy is most of the time the non-motor. That's the
motor.
General insurance. What happens is it's for 1 year.
Okay.
Right. So by paying up the 10,000 out of the 70,000, what we have something we call reinstatement.
Reinstatement premium.
So that one is the fee that you pay, additional fee you pay to
the premium that you are paying.
Yeah, to bring you back to the
70,000.
70,000.
Okay. Okay.
So one way or the other, if you make a claim, it has an impact on your value, as in your sum insured.
Okay.
If it's a motor comprehensive and the value of your vehicle is 25,000, and within the period of insurance, you make a claim of 2,000, what it means that your value now is 23,000. So you need to pay a reinstatement premium to put it back to 25,000. What it also means that if you don't do that and there's a loss, and there's total loss, we'll work within 23,000 because that is what is remaining.
Okay.
Because if they add the previous 2,000 to it, it would have added to 25,000.
Okay.
So that was what you placed with us, and that's what you have now.
So is it I mean, should someone make a claim, is it mandatory that the person has to come back and consider trying to get the end value back to what it used to be?
Yes,
or supposed to be? Is it a mandatory, or can it be by choice? Is it by choice, or
No, it's by choice.
Okay.
But at least to get value for whatever you insured for, it's advisable you request for reinstatement.
Okay.
So that at least at a point in time, you are fully covered for whichever property you are insuring.
Okay.
And to add to it too, if you make a claim, it goes further to increase or maintain your premium upon your renewal. There is something we call no claim discount. That is, if within the insurance period you don't make a claim, you are given a discount. So it reduces your premium. But when you make a claim, it either increases your premium because it's assumed that the risk around you is high. So we increase your premium. It's all basically based on underwriting factors where the underwriters reassess the risk based on your claims history. Maybe they readjust your premium up a little bit or they maintain it for you.
So would we say that that is what happens to the cash value after some insurance is fully paid?
Okay, when your insurance, let's say there's some insured, we are liable, so we fully pay you for whatever you insured with us. What happens is the policy itself ceases after we've paid the claim.
Okay.
We don't have contract with you again. But if it's a property, maybe there's a salvage, that means we, the insurance company, will take possession of that salvage from you.
After the claim has been paid.
Yes, but we paid you for whatever you insured for, and that property is no more yours. So whatever we want to do with it, we'll just take it from you with whatever documents attached to it. Then if we have to repair or replace or resell,
I think that basically explains the issue on the motor vehicles then. I mean the vehicles. Because I know some of them when they are written off. So it means that you, after paying the claim, whatever you have to do with it has nothing to do with the person.
Them, yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes it very interesting, though.
yes.
It is.
That makes it very interesting.
But sometimes even if you take possession of it, you the owner, should I say the previous owner?
We don't own it is ours, but we are not going to use it.
Okay.
We still have to dispose of it and get something in return. So we give you the owner, the previous owner, the first right to it.
Oh,
so
give it back to the person?
No,
okay, at a
buy
cost.
it.
At the cost.
Yes.
Okay.
At the salvage price.
Okay. Okay. Let's come back to the general insurance. I'm very much interested in the in the vehicles, especially with the accidents that occur. In Ghana, I'm not sure if I've heard anybody being paid, especially not the usual accident of two, but possibly a car knocking a human being and there's an injury or something like that. I hardly hear anything insurance about it. Do we make claims for such injury in Ghana here?
Yes, the insurance, let me say motor insurance, you have the comprehensive, the third party, and the third party fire and theft.
Okay.
All these motor insurance policies covers for third parties. Third parties could be a property, could be pedestrians, could be people walking by the street, those selling by the street, could be even someone's container parked elsewhere.
Okay.
So even when you are driving, out of any negligence or anything of that sort, you hit a third party. That one, someone who is not part of the insurance that you did.
Okay.
Yes, there's some form of compensation.
So then that is what the third party really means. The third party has nothing to do with the people in the car.
What happens is in insurance, we have the first party. The first party is you, the one doing the insurance.
Okay.
The second party is the insurance company, and the third party is the person who, it's not part of the contract.
Oh, okay. So it can be someone in the car or not.
Yes.
It can be someone in the car, but what it means is that the person was not there when the contract of insurance was being underwritten by you, the insured, and the insurance company.
Okay.
But as a result of the accident, he has become a party to it. So he's a third party, an unknown person. It could be a property, it could be a person. So if the person is knocked down by a vehicle, the third party element takes care of property damage, injury, and death.
Who makes that claim?
In a third party motor claim.
In that situation, I mean the situation that, like a scenario that I just put across, that should a vehicle knock someone right now and there's injury, and there's supposed to be a third party on that vehicle, who makes the claim?
Okay, so what happens is, should there be such accident, probably even the person might not even know whichever vehicle or whichever insurance company. But in such cases, if you can go to the police, make a formal report, and also when you make a formal report, sometimes there could be witnesses. at the incident. So by so doing, the police will do their investigation, make a formal report. If we are not able to find whichever vehicle that knocked you, we can't trace it. Then the commission has a motor fund. You can report to the NIC, that's the National Insurance Commission, requesting for compensation for the injury or whatever you suffered.
Okay.
And they will sort it out.
That's interesting. So then I guess that simply means that, look, when you have an injury out of some motor accident or you are being knocked down by any vehicle or anything like that, I mean, you don't just leave it. You actually can also follow up and make a claim for 1 or 2 injuries so that at least, you don't have to spend from your pockets. The insurance companies are saying that you are covered for that as well. I'm going to go on my second break. When we are back, we'll go back to the discussion. Please stay tuned. All right, welcome back. If you're just joining us, we are still in the lounge, and I'm here with Samuel and then Christopher. We are still discussing insurance. We are talking about the claims. Before we left for the break, we were talking about injuries, okay, and whether, especially with a scenario that a vehicle knocks somebody down, and whether the person would be entitled to some sort of settlement or not. But from what we gather, it looks as if, you have to apply for it. You need to follow up and possibly be able to get some sort of, compensation for. I'm not saying go and stand in the way of any vehicle for the vehicle to knock you. That one the police might say that you were not correct, and that was the reason. And so, guys, we are back. Sure. There's another thing that I need to find out. Talking about injuries, what kind of injuries would probably earn someone the highest, settlement? Let me know. I want to know if I should go and put my head under a truck or something, so I'll prepare and go and do it.
Basically, it's death. Death.
So that who benefits?
Exactly. That's the point. So if you live to come and tell us the story, we'll pay you.
This is where the fraud is. This is definitely where the fraud is.
Okay. Another aspect is we call something permanent total disability.
Okay.
That's maybe you are being capacitated
to the very extreme
for a
extent.
long time, maybe for a long time. Yes, with that one to mostly you can give 100% of whatever sum insured that you have on the policy.
Okay. So we have temporary permanent disability or permanent disability.
Okay.
So in each case, there's a percentage of some assured that is assigned. Some you are paid 100%, some you are paid 50%. It graduates like that. Sometimes maybe you lose a limb or something. It depends on the degree of incapacitation and the degree of injury.
Let me put this scenario, and I think this one will have to do with a little bit on the life insurance kind of idea. So, with an assumption that you have an insurance, okay, on an elderly person or someone, right, which is ongoing, the policy, you pay your premium and everything. And then it so happens that the person goes missing for a long time, 7 years. I mean, in Ghana, I think we do 7 years or more. Yeah. So after 7 years, can the beneficiary claim? Okay,
that's interesting. Okay, what happens is after 7 years, by this time, then you have to prove to us that you've not had any communication.
Yeah, the person went missing.
Yes, I mean, you don't have any communication with the person.
And I never defaulted in paying. I've been paying still.
Yes, never, no communication. You don't know whereabouts for this period, this 7 years. So what you do is you go to the court.
Okay.
To declare the person as dead.
Not missing.
After seven years,
declare
him as dead. Then you come to the insurance company with those documents and other supporting documents to prove that the person is missing. Then with that, we can do the necessary processes and pay you the claim. But mind you, if after the claim has been paid and we see the person, will
so
come after you.
You're going to come back for the money?
Yeah, we'll take the money from you.
And then what happens?
It's
And then I continue.
It's tantamount to
paying.
fraud. And you can even end up in the court.
I see.
Yes.
I see. But in the situation where that happens, we go beyond fraud or what. So what happens?
Okay.
Do I continue paying the premium now that we found the person?
Yes. So as like I said, we found the person. We have taken the money from you. So the policy could still continue.
Even after the 7 years.
Yes.
But the regulation says that after 7 years, you have the right to declare the person dead.
But the person is back.
No
He's
problem.
not dead.
No, but you have acted on the regulation.
If the person is declared dead,
Uh-huh.
and you come with the necessary documentation and we pay you,
Uh-huh.
and later we find out that the person is living,
It's back.
is back.
Not living. The person is back.
Back from where? Back from the dead?
We don't know. He got missing. The person went missing.
So what we have to do is what means that we have paid you something that we are not supposed to pay you, because in actual sense the person was not dead.
I see. Interesting. There's one other question that begs on my mind, but before we go that, keep your messages coming. The number is 02022222054. That's the WhatsApp line. You can also join us on Facebook and all the other social media platforms at etvghana.com. Let your messages come, and then we'll do justice to them. Now, when I am making a claim, unless I'm wrong, but in my mind, I see that also as income. Right or wrong? That's coming to me. Do I have to pay tax? Or am I bound by any law within insurance or out of insurance to pay tax on that value? Or is there any tax element already on that value?
Okay.
Is there any tax on the claim that we make?
There's no tax.
There isn't
but,
any tax.
there are instances that you could be taxed.
At what point would I be taxed? I mean, it's my money. It's like I've been putting the money down for a while, and now I've come for it.
Okay, so you could have sometimes some policies, especially their life. The claimant could request that the insurance company should keep the money for a period. It could be maybe a short or long term, which ideally they will invest that money. So maybe by the time you come back for the money, you might have accrued some interest. In this case, that interest will attract tax.
I see.
Yeah. Then also maybe if it's a permanent, like I said, permanent total disability, where the person was was working, he has lost his job, and the policy that he took covers and pays him income for a certain period. Therefore, once it's an income, it will attract some tax.
That's a bit funny. I mean,
Okay. Then also,
I really don't see why I should pay tax on it.
It's an income coming to you, because we are paying what we are supposed to pay you when you were working. So you are earning.
To pay your earnings till your retirement age.
Interesting.
Okay. And also we have something called indemnity.
Okay.
Yeah. Indemnity simply means we are putting you back in the position that you were before the accident.
Yeah.
The position that you were.
Yeah.
But not to benefit.
Not to benefit. Yeah.
Okay.
So when you benefit, or when there's an income beyond putting you back to where you were, then I mean you should attract some interest, some tax. Sorry.
Interesting. And
Yes.
so if the indemnity is valued at, let's say, 20,000,
Yes.
the expectation is that 20,000 should be able to put me back to track.
Yeah.
And so anything beyond the 20,000
Yes.
should be taxable.
Yes. Maybe you might have accrued it. Maybe the insurance investing your money elsewhere, or doing something with the money which is attracting additional amounts on it. Then that one will have.
I see. At loyalty, is there a product like that?
No, we do general insurance.
business.
It's always
So
been
it's the
general.
life, yeah.
I see. So let me find out. When it comes to claims again, are there specific deadlines to making any claim? Or it's all always specified in the contract?
Okay, mostly some of these, should I say, most of these things we discuss could also be found in the policy document. And sometimes we entreat that all policy holders, or maybe the insured, when do policy should request for their policy document and take at least a little bit of their time to go through it.
Hey, someone stop that thing. That thing that you people, last week I said it over here. You go write it in like 4, 5, 10 pages. Very, very, very small, especially where the meet is. They write it very small. And then you see the signature written big, and then the money part written big, and then you see the money, oh, nice, and then you sign.
So take a magnifying glass and read it.
You know,
But,
You know,
but it's a lot. I mean, for me, I think
It-
some
it's-
of the very important things should be well outlined.
Yes,
you
and-
have a name, you
and-
call it
and-
fine print or something.
so what happens is, at least if you don't understand anything in the policy,
Uh-huh.
you can either call your broker, call the relationship manager, or even call the insurance company. That this is what
They'll
I've
tell you
seen. Can you explain?
just pay the premium. You are fine.
No. You. For instance, myself, most of the time, my customer when they come, I try to explain at least in summary some of the do's and don'ts of the policy, things that you do that will not pay.
I had a customer that will call you for you to explain everything on the schedule.
On phone.
Yes.
On phone. You say,
Yes,
Christopher, what is this?
Yeah.
What does this mean? Why are you putting this here? I see some 60 Ghana. What does it mean? Every detail on the schedule. You know why can't everybody just
before,
do
I had a customer like that before, and every time he wants to do a policy, if it's a new policy,
You bring the wording.
He will tell you first bring the policy wording to him. He will go through.
What's the policy wording? The document?
Yeah, the document.
Okay.
Yeah, so he will go through, and afterwards he will tell you, okay, he has read it. Some things he doesn't understand, so he has given it to his lawyer. Sometimes the lawyer will call you to even explain some of the things to you. Before you tell you, okay, then I'm doing the insurance, so let me know how much I'm supposed to pay.
You know, when you were speaking earlier, you made mention about some things that you will not pay.
Yes.
I want to know. Give me a typical example of something that possibly may have happened before that warrants your decision not to pay.
Okay. You see, if I generalize it, it's something outside what we've not covered you for.
Okay.
Right? So let me give an example like a motor policy. One, at least you should have a license. It's even in the law that you should have a license before you can even go on the road or use the road. Right?
Do I need a license to come for a policy?
Yeah, you need you need like
a
I said,
license
what's good for you?
to drive a vehicle, and you need an insurance policy for the vehicle to drive on the road. So basically, if A is B, B is A, then A should be C.
But my question is, do I need a license to come for a policy?
No, you don't need a license to go, but you need a license to drive the car that you are going to use the policy for.
Hi. You people,
No, you see, some people just say, "Oh, what would the license done if I don't have it?
Yeah.
Would it have prevented this?"
Yes.
One, the $1 million question is that, what shows you are a licensed driver? The laws of Ghana that governs all of us says that you should be licensed before you can move a motor vehicle.
Yeah.
It's basic.
So that adds on to the things that you won't pay.
No.
The fact that someone didn't have a license and drove a vehicle, so you won't pay.
No, that means you're not qualified,
I'm not
to,
qualified
drive.
to drive.
You don't have a license, you're not qualified.
Even when there's a policy on the vehicle.
Yes. Like I said, utmost good faith. We assume we
assume-
send to a document that whatever was on the form.
So why don't you add on that document that
It's
the
on it.
license should show? No, it is not on it.
It's on it.
It
that
is not on it.
Are you licensed to drive? Or who
To
and
be
who?
able to pick a policy.
Yes. Even
The motor
even the
proposal
proposer.
form.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is the type of license
Uh-huh.
and
Should be stated on there.
yes, and what's the name? Whether the driver is a commercial vehicle driver should be more than 25 years.
Okay.
It's in the law, so it's on our policy. So a commercial vehicle driver about 25 years should be licensed. Whether the license is above certain age.
Yeah.
You know, we have inexperienced driving
Yes.
and underage driving.
Yes.
All those ones comes to play.
I see. I was reading a document and I came across this word, trustee. That has to do with insurance. And in fact, I'm actually very happy that you are here. Who is a trustee?
Okay.
Who is a trustee? And what role does a trustee play when it comes to claims?
Okay. A trustee is basically a person who is legally empowered by law to manage a deceased person's estate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when it comes to life policies, a trustee is there to manage the policy or to initiate claim on the policy when the policy owner is no more.
I see. So let me quickly take this from viewers, and the messages are already coming up. Some of them will be questions to you. So when one is given all the documents on a policy and there is no claim within the year, will the insurance company reduce his premium? This is coming from Ifwa Intema.
Okay. Yes. Ideally, initially, let me say, before I think January this year,
year,
yes, in the insurance company we are applying our own discounts to
Yeah, I
the
read it.
policy. Yeah.
Now
Some
you
were
guys
giving
have been put
50%
across one
yes.
line. Yeah.
So now there's fairness in the system. We are all supposed to do the same thing across.
But
So
that's
right
making
now,
it more expensive for us. Who are
but
paying
it's good.
premium.
So ideally, that's how it's supposed to be. So from next year, those who did their policies this year, especially the 2020 registered ones, if it's vehicle, will be enjoying discounts from next year.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so it wasn't.
So if
going
there's
to
no
be-
claim, you enjoy some discount. Then also there's something called fleet. If your cars are more than
with
5, 10, you enjoy some discount.
Like what percentage? Or you don't want to say it?
Oh, it's between 5 to 15
5 to 15
for the fleet.
No, for the,
It's too
that's
small.
That's for the fleet.
imagine.
But with the no claim, if you don't make a claim and next year you want to renew, the first discount is 25%,
Oh, that's cool.
and it goes after 5 years to 50%.
Yes.
So is there a point where it comes to zero?
No,
No, the 50%, that's what
you
you
have
be.
attained the
So maybe
But
you
if you
sell
make
the
a
car.
claim, we'll bring you back to 45%. It means the risk around you has become.
You can even
see.
decide to go down.
I see.
further.
So this is also coming from Fred Kofi Frimpong. Greetings to
Hey, Kofi.
my guys, Sammy and Christopher. You guys are doing a good job. Okay, Kofi, thank you. You didn't greet me, so you are not my friend. Let's go back. So, I mean, knowing that you are coming from loyalty, I have a particular question there. Maybe we should deal with that first. So, yes, you do general, but I'm sure you have an idea, the property insurance at least.
Yes.
So, let's assume I have insured my house.
Yes.
Okay, and for some fault of no mine, it's gutted down by fire,
Okay.
and now I don't have it. But thankfully, I must have insured it.
Okay.
And so beyond that, I then decide to move into a rented apartment.
Yeah.
Now, in the time of assessing my claim, I know there is usually it's not katawinite. It's not like the next day payment
Yes.
thing. It takes a while
Yes.
after all documentation.
Reinstate you.
And so that time, knowing that I have that kind of insurance, and I thought immediately it happens, my insurance should step in. If I move into a rented apartment, that time that I am possibly going through the process of
Yes.
picking my claim, shouldn't the insurance company also take care of those few days that I probably may have moved into a rented apartment? Sammy, why are you laughing?
Okay.
It's important. I
Yeah,
want to know.
It's important,
these are some of the standard policy for
Uh-huh.
let's say home
You
insurance.
see the way you are sticking to policy.
Yes, because that's the document,
That's what you
the legal
buy.
document that we work with.
When you pay us,
One
we
of the
give you a
legal
policy.
documents we work
So
with.
then I also expect that if anything happens now, the next day I should get, or immediately I should also get payment then.
We'll get
Once I've
those.
called you to tell
No,
you.
we'll explain to you.
I'm listening. Okay, let me hear you then. So with the scenario I gave you.
Yes.
So it should be in the policy
Uh-huh.
if it's stated. Some of the policies you will find it in there.
Okay.
That's why sometimes I say the policy you should go through. At least you should go through yourself. If some policies, standard policies, some of them you will find it in there where there's even a limit on how much you can claim on the rent. Maybe
Okay.
there's fire. Fire has gutted your house. Your house is burnt. You have to locate to somewhere else before maybe the insurance people will come in to maybe repair or replace it for you. For that period, maybe the insurance can cover you for food, or even if the hotel you are sleeping, will pay the hotel bills. But mostly there's a limit to that. Yes, there's a limit to how much. Some can peg it at let's say 15%, or even 10% of your sum insured and all that.
Okay.
Yes. So once the limit is reached,
So
then
we are saying that some people make
so you
provisions
can,
for
you
that.
the customer, you can ask your insurer.
Well,
Or
it's
even the
included.
relationship officer you are dealing with,
Okay.
that
No, whether-
this is what I want. So what will happen is we'll call something endorsement. We'll pass an endorsement on the documents we are presenting to you. Then you pay additional something small on it.
It also boils
cover
down to
it.
the,
But why should there be additional something small?
it also
When-
boils down to the fact that you can be holding a fire policy. He will be holding a fire policy, but they are different. So you shouldn't assume that they are the same.
Okay.
Maybe I have certain endorsement passed on my
Yes.
own. You don't have. So maybe I don't have the alternative accommodation part in my, but you have. So when anything happens to you, that portion will come to play. But when it happens to me, that will happen. Then they'll think we are all issued with fire policy. But when it happened to Mr. A, he was catered for. When it happened to Mr. B, that is why we advise that at least you read the policy. So at Loyalty Insurance,
Yeah.
when we give you a policy, we at least inform you to read it, because the policy comes with a preamble, the policy wording, a schedule.
Yeah.
You have to read all those ones so that when there's a claim, when it's even delays 10 days, you understand why it's delaying 10 days.
I have a suggestion.
Talk to me.
Why not have a department or
Yes.
someone
Yes.
ready every day to do the talking? Where if I walk to you right now and then we have agreed that I'm going to have a policy, you walk me to that room, sit me down, and then this person does a complete presentation telling me everything in that document.
And it's a perfect suggestion. But, you know, now insurance have moved to relationship. I meet you at Django Bar. That's when we agreed to undertake your policy. If somebody calls you from my office now, you call me and say, Chris, somebody has called me from my office. So you would, maybe sometimes you may not even pick. We have clients that if I don't call him, he will not, any call from anywhere, he will not pick.
Okay.
You understand? So we try to build, that's why the relationship managers are trained to educate the client when they submit the policy document to them. So that in the event of a claim, at least the customer is aware that this is the procedure, this is what he has to do, these are the documents he has to submit, so that we are all at the same page.
Well, this is coming from Harriet. Harriet is in Kumasi. So Harriet says, good evening, guys. Greetings to your panel. Please tell them to tell us what's on the grounds. They will talk nicely, but at the end, I'm afraid, though. Well, Harriet, I agree with you. This is what they do. They'll come and tell us all the nice things. And when it's time, like my question, my house is gutted by fire.
Yes.
And I've made a claim.
Yes.
And the claim is delaying for like 10 days.
Yes.
And now you are telling me that I should have probably in my package or my insurance contract, there should have been something that allowed me to be doing some little top-ups there that would possibly be taking care of that rental issue.
No.
But I can assure you that loyalty, fire policy,
Yeah,
it has
constitute that. I think 15% of the sum insured.
The sum insured is used to cater for that. So that one is in the policy wording. We can tell you, you can read it for yourself.
No, but so this thing, look, this is a very, very serious thing. Do you know people chase policies for even a year?
Claims for even a year.
Claims, yeah. I mean, they chase claims for almost a year. I know someone who lost their dad, and I can mention the name. His name is Justice. He's my friend.
Okay.
He lost their dad, and I can tell you on authority that it's almost a year now. He's not been able to, get the claim.
Okay. I would say sometimes to make the claim, there are requirements. I think when we started, was mentioning something.
We have a big problem. I don't want to listen.
Yes.
The fact is,
and
when we are coming to do the policy,
no,
it is so simple. But when it's
I'm
time to
glad
claim,
we are
it is
discussing.
cumbersome.
I'm glad we are discussing this now. These are some of the platforms we should use,
of course,
to
so
educate
I want to understand.
our viewers. Yes, so that we understand that okay, fine. If my policy covers for this, so if anything contrary to that happens, I'm not covered.
You're not covered.
So sometimes maybe I want to give a scenario. Maybe your vehicle is supposed to pick, let's say, 5 people. At the time of accident, you have 6 people in the car. You flouted some of the rules or the.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
even the traffic rules.
Yes.
Also.
So meaning you still want the insurance to pay.
But you have to pay.
Live within the rules when anything happens. And there are some instances where somebody submits a claim and within a twinkle of an eye, he's paid. Maybe one, because his documentations were right, and maybe, the claims are processed. They are processed in badges.
Okay.
Maybe the time he dropped his own, that badge was taken to account for checks to be written in.
And it was done.
It was done. It might delay because maybe 1 or 2 documentations are missing, and they have to call in for it again. The client is somewhere. People get claim and they want it paid today.
Meanwhile, the documents
are not in place, and
so that's why when something happens or let's say an accident happens, first call either your relationship manager, even call the insurance company, tell them this has happened. And one thing too, we shouldn't admit liability. Don't tell the other party that my insurance will pay you. No, because you don't know the circumstances and the process we have to go.
Okay.
Just talk to your insurers.
All right.
to deal with
Let
it.
me. We are going to go for the very next break, but before we go, I'm going to put through these questions. When we come back, we answer them. So this is coming from well. Please add your name next time. So, good evening, ETV. Why can't I take a funeral policy that matures at 15 years because the person is still alive? So we'll come to that. This one also says, hi, good evening. I'm really enjoying the show. Please, can the panel throw more light on funeral policy? Is it a good policy? Because sometimes the claim takes long from Morris in Accra. And then this is also coming from, my name is Kingsley from Kumasi. My junior brother was knocked down by a taxi and the driver told the police that he has insurance. When we started the insurance process, he later said there is no insurance. What should we do as a family? This is fraud.
Okay.
Good evening. I love tonight's discussion. Samuel and Christopher are giving us vivid explanations to insurance claims. Portia from Tema, loyalty insurance is the best. Okay, so this is, we are going to go on the break, and then when we are back, we'll also take phone calls. I'll announce the phone line once we are back so that you can also get to speak with Samuel and then Christopher directly. Samuel, when we are back, I want to know more about loyalty insurance. I have especially about the digital. I read something about digital promo or something. I need to know more. So when we are back, we'll go into it. Please stay tuned. All right, so the phone lines are open now, so feel free and be calling us. The number is on your screen is 0555657278. I repeat, 0555657278. And then those also who have joined us on Facebook, this is coming from Victoria Arthur. So Victoria says, what happens if the vehicle has no insurance and gets a third party in an accident? I'm sure you understand.
Yes.
One vehicle has no insurance, but probably the other, there's a third party. So we'll go to that.
We would like to know if is that her vehicle is involved in an accident.
I want to assume so.
Or she has knocked somebody.
No, it's no knocking matter.
Or somebody knocked her.
It's no knocking matter. It's an accident. And then this is also coming from Casman, Wales. A guy knocked my dad down some time ago, took him to a small clinic. Later, there was complication, but the guy never came to look after my dad till now. What can I do? Come on, Wales. This is an issue. I'm sure we would address it. We also have Ifwa Tetevi. When one is giving all the discounts on a policy and there is no claim within the year, will the insurance company reduce his premium?
Okay, let me start with the last one. You know, like I said, every year we enjoy some discount till the 5th year.
That's for private.
That's where you enjoy the maximum. And the maximum on motor insurance, for instance, is 50%.
Okay.
So when you reach 50%, that's the maximum you are getting. So it will remain at that point or at that amount.
It will plateau at that point.
Maybe decide to sell the car, or the car will not be motorable anymore. Yeah.
I see. So before we left, I told you there was something I needed to know. I want to know more about loyalty insurance.
Okay.
Who you are, what you do. I know definitely you do a lot more of the general insurance, right?
Yes.
But I need to know more.
Okay. Loyalty Insurance is a fully owned Ghanaian company.
Okay.
Yes. It's a member of the Frames Group.
Frames Groups of companies.
Groups of companies, yes. And loyalty insurance could be, you can buy insurance from us from all the Frames oil stations.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. You have offices all through all.
Yes, we have reps there who operate from there as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have branches in Tema, Kumasi, we have Dansuman, we have Sunyani. Yes.
Kaswa.
Yeah, hello.
One at Kaswa.
Okay. Yeah. Looks like I have a call on the line. Hello, your name and where you are calling from?
Hi, my name is Nana, and I'm calling from Bla.
Hi, Nana. Let's hear you. Chris is here. Samuel is here.
Yes. So good evening to yourself and your panelists.
Thank you, boss.
And I heard your panelists talk about a third-party insurance. The thing, I happened to do an insurance with their company.
Okay.
Okay. Some last year. I happened to be involved in an accident in April.
Okay.
Okay, but because I didn't know that, I actually knocked the back of an Uber driver.
Okay.
And because I didn't know that third-party covers, I went ahead to sort of sort the guy out.
Okay.
But I heard them talk about third-party, so I'm actually calling to find out if I can come and do my claim.
Well, I think this is a simple one. Can he do come for his claim now?
okay, if I could find out, he hit someone, right?
Yes, he did.
And he wants to claim on behalf of that person.
I actually did it through Afari. I don't know if you know
Okay,
Afari.
yeah, I know Afari.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Okay, so you want to claim the amount you paid to the gentleman?
Exactly.
Wow. Okay. What happened is with a third party claim, mostly is the third party who has to come to us to claim, because your policy, I believe, is not a comprehensive policy, right?
No,
It's third party, yes. So that insurance, the insurance you did is for the third party that you hate. So it's the third party that has to come to us to claim. And like I said before, you are, once anything happens, you just alert your insurer.
Okay.
If you had called us before, then we could have even asked maybe the gentleman, the one who was involved
to
come
make the claim.
Make claim.
Okay.
Definitely, we need a police report as well. That's one thing to prove that whatever accident really happened, and the process.
I have the pictures and everything to prove. So
But
but the guy, I'm not sure I'll be able to locate him.
All right, Nana. You know, let's do this. I think it will be good to contact Afari, so that as he has said that, I mean, there is that linkage. It will be good to get back to it.
What are the names of your panelists again? What are their names?
Samuel is the one you were speaking with, and then the man right next to me here is Chris.
Okay, so Samuel and Chris.
Yes.
Samuel and Chris. What are their other names?
I'm Samuel Atta.
Samuel Atta.
Yes,
Okay.
and then Chris Ochi.
Christopher Ochi.
Christopher. Okay, I'll be at your office tomorrow at mile 7.
Nice
All
one.
right.
Nice
Right
one.
then.
All right then. So, Nana, thanks for calling. Yes, so let's go back to where we were. And before we do, there's another coming from Letitia Spencer. Hello, Nanaya. I'm loving you tonight. Wonderful topic there. Keep it up. Thank you, Letitia. It's all for you. Okay. Learn from it and go do your insurance at the right places. All right. So I told you earlier that there's something, I read something that has to do with some digital promo that Loyalty is running. Can you educate me or educate us more on that?
You know now that we are in a pandemic. So everything which we used to do physically is now moving to the digital platform. We're running a promo which we're giving out fuel coupons for our clients to take fuel when they do insurance with us. So during the pandemic, we came together, we brainstormed and realized that no, let's move this one onto the digital platform.
Okay.
So what it is that if you do business with us, that's motor insurance, we reward you with the coupon instantly.
Oh, okay.
And we reward the intermediates too.
Oh, wow.
What it means is that if you bring us business and you pay, the moment payment is effected, you get an alert on your phone that you've been rewarded this amount of coupon. You can redeem it as mobile money, you can redeem it as savings, or you can redeem it as airtime.
Oh, okay.
And the intermediate, if it's an agent or a broker who brought a business, is also rewarded instantly.
I see.
So it's a win-win situation. The agent or the broker brought the business gets a reward, and you, the insured, the one who came to purchase the insurance from us, also gets a reward in return.
And I can tell you, this is the first type in the industry, and it's been done by Loyalty Insurance.
All right. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to be pulling down the curtains very soon. Where are your offices? I know about Dansuman and I know about Tema, but there seem to be more. Knowing that there's Frames Oil all over.
There's Kumasi, there is Mile 7, we have East Legon, ARS roundabout, the Frames filling station there, we have an agency office there, we have at Kaswa, we have in Sunyani, then we have at Denu, there's an agency office in Denu. We have almost all the DVLA in the country.
Interesting. Any contacts that we can quickly call and follow up, or even social media handles?
Okay. You can call my number 050 153 0471.
050-153-0471. Interesting. So that was Samuel and then Chris coming through the lounge today. I think we've had a very, very good time, and we'll be drawing down the curtains. Thank you very much for being part of this evening's show. Thank you to Casa Prekon Alomo Bites for making it possible for us to bring you this program. We are going to go. We'll be back next week with another exciting topic on the Men's Lounge. Stay safe, keep safe. Don't forget all the protocols. We are still in the COVID era. It's very important. And stay to your phones as well. It will be helpful. And stay home, keep safe, stay away from trouble. We'll see you next week. Peace.